Greetings, Internet friends. Welcome to another episode of the Synergy Café online show, featuring speaker, entertainer, close-up illusionist, and marketing alchemist, Magic Brad. It's the Internet lifestyle show about career, finance, relationships, spirituality, and wellness. We're moving the online chatter over to real-life activity. And now, please welcome your host of Synergy Café, Magic Brad.
Hey Internet friends, Magic Brad here, Synergy Café and the Synergy Collaborative, and we're doing another interview. And now I've got someone on that's out on the west side down there by California, and her name is Cynthia Ruiz. Are you there, Cynthia?
I am. Hi, Brad.
Hello. So we got sun up here in Minneapolis. You got sun down there in California. It's a sunny day. Dun-dun-dun. Sunny day at Synergy Café. So I explained a little bit how I do these. Basically, I do them kind of fast because we don't want to take up people's valuable time. Too much of it anyways. And I just ask, who are you? What do you do? Where do you do it? When do you do it? How do you do it? And why do you do it? So the first question is, who's Cynthia? Is she a mom? Is she a sister? Is she... I saw you had a little cat or something running around. You got a kitty cat?
I have a dog. So who I am is I am a professor. I'm an author. I'm a commissioner. I'm a consultant. And I'm a mom.
Dun, dun.
That's who I am in 5 words.
Perfect. What kind of dog is it? It looks little.
So I have a little toy fox terrier. He's my best friend. He's actually going to be 12 in a few weeks. So, 12-year dog years. He's going to be like 84. So he's really just amazing.
Yeah, we just lost a little Jack Russell Terrier that we had that was 17 or 18.
Oh, wow.
She made a long time, but that happened in May. So it's good to have little animal friends. We might get another one. So the next question is, exactly, you kind of laid it out in who you were, but what do you do as far as your occupation and your expertise and things you want to share?
So at this point in my life, I'm actually a person that wants to share my wisdom. I've been very blessed and I've accumulated all this knowledge. So I'm a leadership expert, and that's why I'm a professor. I teach at the graduate level. I teach leadership and management. I'm a consultant. I help with big projects, transportation projects, do community outreach, and I do a lot of different things. I'm the type of person that I like a lot of stimulation, so I just don't do one thing. But Brett, I also want to just acknowledge you and thank you for doing Synergy Café, because there's so much negativity in the world today. So you are a bright light in the craziness. So thank you for sharing the positivity to the world.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Finally, I'm getting recognized. We're going to do another one of these.
I recognize you. I see you, and I appreciate you.
So where do you do your work? Are you pretty much, do you stuff local, like traditional stuff, or do you use the internet and share your wisdom out via the internet, or where do you do your works?
All of the above. So I do a lot of public speaking. I do a lot of leadership workshops, but people can connect with me on my website. It's my name, Cynthia M. Ruiz, RUIZ.com. I have blog posts. I have videos. I just really want to share my wisdom. I obviously, as being a professor, I share with my students. And then I mentioned I'm a commissioner. So I'm a commissioner for the city of Los Angeles. So I am on their pension board, which is a $15 billion portfolio. So I wear a lot of hats, do a lot of different things. I'm like you, all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, you name it, because in today's world, to connect globally, you have to use social media, which is a good thing.
Yeah, I get some people, they say that you should focus on one social media platform and work it. And it's kind of like going to the same restaurant all the time and going through their menu multiple times. But to me, I've got multiple Twitter accounts, Facebook, I got Facebook fan pages, I'm on Instagram, I'm all over the place. I got a lot of it because I just like to plant little seeds all over the place, and I figured that they'll all come together someday.
And they do.
So I always like to ask, are you an AM person or a PM person?
I Probably more of a PM. I love being out in nature, so I do a lot of hiking. And most people don't think of Los Angeles as a hiking city,
Right.
but we have a lot of great trails. So when I'm hiking, I like to get up early and go hiking, but I also can be a night person. So really, I kind of am both. It just depends on what I'm doing, my mood, and the day.
Okay, that's a nice attribute to have. I'm a morning person. I get up really early, like sometimes 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and as
Okay,
soon as
three,
the
four,
sun
five in the
sets,
morning, that's a little much for me.
yeah, that's
I'm
like
not a morning person then.
that's you. I'm waking up when you're going to bed, probably when you're out there in LA. But when it gets to when the sun starts to set, I start, especially in the fall like this, I start getting sleepy. My creativity takes off in the morning. That's why I do all these interviews and stuff in the morning, and then I go out and play and wear myself out. And
And
but it's
have
always
fun.
fun to understand how people when their optimum working is. Like my wife, she's also a professor. She used to not professor, but she used to teach at the University of Minnesota, taught Spanish.
That's a professor.
Yeah, so she's now a shaman, but she's still so a teacher, but she's also a student. So she's always taking information in. And when she wakes up in the morning, she journals all of her dreams and all that stuff. So I can't say anything because it'll disrupt what's going to go on, you know. So I gotta let her have her time to journal.
But I think everybody, like for me, I have a spiritual practice that I do every day. And normally when I wake up, I do my gratitude list. What am I grateful for? And sometimes it's just, I'm grateful, to wake up. I'm grateful to have a bed to sleep in, a roof over my head. It's just starting that attitude of gratitude helps me set the tone of my day. And then every day I pray and meditate. Not right, not consecutively. It's not like gratitude, prayer, meditation, but throughout the day I pray and meditate, and that all that practice helps me stay grounded in this crazy world.
See, that's very, very good. I used to vacation in Bali, and they do offerings 3 to 5 times a day, so they're always conscious. And that's real helpful. And in today's world, there's so much craziness going on that you need to kind of readjust and be grateful for it because you have a pulse. That's a good thing.
Right? And that's one of the reasons why I wrote the book, Cherokee Wisdom 12 Lessons for Becoming a Powerful Leader, is because I really think that we complicate our own lives and we need to keep it simple. I believe that each and every one of us have the ability to be a leader. And we're leaders in our life with our family, with our work, with our friends. We all have the ability to lead. And also, we lead by example and don't even realize it. I shared a quick story in the book, and it was about I was in line in a fast food restaurant. I was getting a salad, so I wasn't getting junk food. But there was a man in front of me in line, and he didn't have enough money to pay for his meal. So he got up there and he didn't have enough. He was counting his change, didn't have enough money. So I just reacted and jumped in and gave him a couple bucks to finish his, paying for his meal. Well, what I didn't realize, because I hadn't even seen them, there was a mom and a daughter behind me in line. The little girl had watched me, so she asked her mom for $1, and without me even realizing, she gave the dollar to the man, and she looked at him. She goes, "I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy your meal." So the point there is that a lot of times in life, we lead by example, and we don't even realize other people are watching us. So we're all
Totally.
leaders.
Absolutely. I love that. There was a project that I had created years back. I called it the Peace Police, where you reward people for doing good things as opposed to punishing people for doing bad things. And I do it at special events and things. Whenever you see someone say thank you or please, then they'd go and they'd write them up a citation and they'd get the citation was a coupon so they could go get a little free gift or whatever. So whenever you saw somebody doing something bad, and if you had that consciousness in the city, when all of a sudden you saw the peace police come by, you'd go and you'd help a lady across the street so you could get a reward, maybe get a free meal or something.
I love that, peace police, because we do need to reward, good behavior, because I think that many, many people are good that want to do the right thing, but with the mainstream media, we just get so much negativity, we think the world is bad, which I don't believe it is.
Well, I'm in total agreement. I mean, it's just this. It's human nature for some weird reason inside of our brain. When we're driving down the street and we see a bad car accident, we slow down. We want to see if someone got hurt, and it's not that we like that. It's we're probably concerned about that individual. But that attracts our attention, all this negativity, and you watch stuff like Jerry Springer and all that crazy stuff on the TV and the
I don't
goofy
watch Jerry
stuff
Springer.
that's going on with but you know what it is, right?
You know, my favorite TV program is The Voice. And The
Yeah.
Voice is, and the reason I like it, it's all positivity. So the producer of that show, Mark Burnett, made a conscious decision that he didn't want to be like American Idol and have all that negativity, that he only wanted to promote positivity. So not only does it have amazing talent, but it has a positive undertone, which I really appreciate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can shine the light on as opposed to the dark. So before I ask you my favorite question, and then we'll be done, do you have any projects or programs or products or anything that you have that you can offer and share, or anything that you got going on?
Well, basically, right now is my two books. My first book was called Finding Sane Relationships in a Crazy World. That's in English and Spanish. It sounds like a relationship book, but I believe the most important relationship you could have is with yourself.
Yeah.
So it's really a very easy read. It's almost like a workbook to clear out all that emotional baggage. And then the most recent book, Cherokee Wisdom 12 Lessons for Becoming a Powerful Leader, that's based on my Cherokee heritage and our 12 attributes of leadership. And they're basically our cultural values. And our cultural values are just like many other cultures, have integrity, lead by example. And one thing I think a lot of people miss is humility. You can be a leader, you can be confident and humble at the same time. They're not mutually exclusive. But I do a lot of different things, and I just really encourage your listeners to connect with me on my website, cynthiamruiz.com.
Read my mind. I was just going to ask you to repeat that one more time. So here's my favorite question, Cynthia, and it is the big why. Why is it why do you do what you do, as opposed to why aren't you're out in LA, why aren't you an actor, or why aren't you like a busker on Venice Beach, or why aren't you like an airline flight attendant? Why are you doing what you're doing?
I've done a lot of different things in my life, and I've been in politics for many, many years, but I made a conscious decision not to run for political office because I believe at this point in my life, I am a vehicle that's being used by the Creator to touch people in a positive way.
Very good. That makes sense. So you're in your zone, so to speak, doing what you are meant to do, your purpose or your dharma. Yes?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, again, I don't like to take too much time for these things. I like people to be able to get to know, like, and trust who you are, so they can just contact you if they feel called to do so. And then what I do with these is just beam them up to YouTube and then propagate them out to other blogs, and we get it out to the universe. So thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it, and appreciate you. And if you want to stick around, we'll talk a little bit later. But other than that, I'm going to sign off. So this is Magic Brad with Synergy Cafe and Cynthia Ruiz. Peace.
Peace out.